Hey, we're back, and my crystal ball was accurate for once, Justin. We're actually in Viaduct, so the first time we've seen King of the Hill since the first best of three. I'm not sure if they played it in the second best of three. I didn't actually get a chance to see it, but
they sure did.
So we're different rules here. We'll just do it real quick because we just did go live. We played a 4, and instead of going through 5 cap points, we just have 1, and there's 3 minutes, as you see in the top of the HUD, that are going to count down. Once a team captures that midpoint, they want to get to 0. So if you have the point, your timer's running down, and it's very action-packed, a lot of DM, and just what this match needs, honestly, Justin. So why don't you take it away here?
Absolutely. Chaotic middle fights. Let's take a look right now. I'm going to take a look at who else but Seagull, see what he can do. He's actually going to pick up the first frag of the round onto Blaze. Collecting that health back, moving back in, sees Dummy, puts a rocket there, Banny in front of him, Dummy again, he's going to connect on Dummy and get a second kill, so already Seagull making his mark on this match. Dummy grabs one onto Sky High though, but Seagull is not done, he's bombing in again with double jumps, going to think better of it, just scouting out the area for his team, going to get some health, but 4G Cap behind him, and as he collects more health, they are down 2 is, not 4G, 4G's down 2, Mixup Cap behind him.
Yeah, 4G's going right into it, you'll see a lot of fighting, unless there's a significant advantage of full wipe with Uber, you're going to see fighting taking place at some point during or on your screen, somewhere. Someone will be getting killed. Right now, very even fight. Tyler's going to crater. He got a little overzealous and scattered down by Banny and Clockwork. Banny, wow, look at these trades back and forth. 4G just barely trying to hold on. They're down a man right now. Dummy is trying to dump as much spam as he can, but his team is low. He's going to have to hit a pipe. Shade is going to go down. They got him with the pistol, and that is disastrous for 4G. Look at the time, Justin. 2 minutes and 10 seconds and counting. Mixup's looking to bite off a huge chunk right off the start.
Already a minute off the clock. They're probably going to get another 30 seconds, so a minute and a half off the clock. They're going to get half time here off the initial fight, and the initial win. We do see Platinum Stickies are on that side of the rock on middle, trying to dissuade anybody who is going to come in.
Clock sniping, so, you know.
Alright, so we'll switch it over to Clockwork, see what he can do on the sniper class. He is posted up on the hillside, on the strong side for the sniper. Sees Platinum peek his head over a little bit. Sees a soldier, and connects with that soldier. Down goes TLR. Advantage in favor of 4G. He's going to get spammed out though, so he's going to look for the health. There is a soldier. Seagull high flying through the air. Banny is actually going to shoot him down. And now Clockwork's pulling out that SMG, trying to take down Enigma. 2 down for both teams, but Alex Mixup still in control of the point. Have passed the minute 30, and they continue to tick their clock.
Yeah, this is a great start. Going for the full ace, so very, very rare because of spawn timers and other factors for a team to bite off this much time right off the bat. Finally, 4G is going to force Mixup out, but Platinum has that loose cannon. He loves it on this map. It's got such good synergy with the map, and boy, there goes another headshot for Clockwork, and Seagull's going to go down to Banny as well, so finally 4G is going to get a foothold here, but it's very hard to get 2 minutes in a row, so 4G need to find a way to bite off a major chunk of time, but Harb's got Uber. They're trying to forward hold our 4G, but Justin, I don't know how they're going to be able to do this.
And that was a beautiful headshot, by the way, from Clockwork AA there, but like you said, Mixup with the full Uber. We're pushing in on the right side. 4G are going to have to try to get some early spam and then back their medic out. Already, the medic is popped. We have Platinum bombing in on that sniper. In comes Tyler, try to catch out Clockwork. Looks like he is going to be able to get that frag. Yeah, he actually gets one, and Platinum gets another. Clockwork and Banny go down, so no scouts. Platinum's going to connect on another one. Blaze goes down. Mixup are retaking the point. They are already under a minute in their time. Only 2:16 on the clock. For 4G. They need to get that point back very quickly because they are slowly running out of time.
Yeah, it's not even that slowly. I mean, they're running out of time. They need to go right now. They have Uber. Harb is building up, though. It's at 55%. Now, they're not going to be able to stop this cap, but with that Uber coming up, and actually mix up a little bit of a folly themselves, not forcing early, finally do force onto Shade. Will it cost them any more? Looks like everybody else is going to be able to make it out. Enigma is caught out, but the second death to a scout, once you have the point in the other team's hands, you spawn pretty quickly in this game. And another kill. Nice. Dummy is able to drop Sky High as well, so trying to bring it back here. 2 minutes and counting now. A minute 30 advantage on the board for Mixup. They're going to pop their Uber early. A nice force by Banny and Clockwork. I think that actually just was Clockwork getting in the face of the enemy team. And that's actually a pretty bad Uber from Mixup, Justin. They're not going to get a lot done with this. Here comes Lansky's bomb, killing Enigma again. So keeping Enigma and Squid down, keeping them off being alive at the same time. 4G is starting to pick it up here. They've trimmed this deficit down to about a minute.
Yeah, 4G able to pop that Uber on Mixup with their forward hold, and we've been seeing that from them all tournament long. Something new that I think they picked up from Mixup. They've really ironed out the kinks, and they've been able to be very successful with it. Here we go, 4G taking down 4 of the Mixup members. Enigma's going to connect on Blaze, and down he goes, but Lancey's going to clean him up, and only a Seagull left alive, who's over by the hillside health pack. He sees a dummy. Dummy gets shot into the air, but he's got that sticky 67 HP, 42 HP is a Seagull, and he's going to try to get out of there, and he does. Let's see if we see 4G try to get that forward hold again. They don't quite have the ground to get it in complete form there, so they're going to be stuck back on the cap. They do have that Uber percentage, and now, Alex, they have ticked their clock sub a minute time, 50 seconds, 49 seconds and counting. They're going to equal the Mixup time, and we have a big round on our hands.
Ooh, Harbor just got back into spawn. Super aggression from 4G. They've poked their heads into the enemy spawn. Now, Seagull, as he tends to do on this map, is all the way behind the enemy team. Clockwork and Banny, though, they are sentinels around their medic looking for him, and there is Clockwork. He's going to find Seagull. That's his 4th consecutive kill. He's on a little bit of a rampage here. 25 seconds of counting. All of a sudden, 4G's in the lead here. Very improbable comeback in this first round. Mixup now are starting to feel the pressure here. They do not want to go down 1-0 on this map, and they are just now getting Uber with Harbor, and they're going to push in. Banny is going to go down right away to the Tyler Rocket, and there goes 4G. They're going to scatter away. They're going to cap this point right as Blue ends their timer. So 2 seconds left for 4G. Basically, if they cap, they're going to win. Now, 20 seconds and counting, so 4G, basically, but Justin, this push needs to win it for 4G.
Yeah, the Uber is popped, and we see the first frag going to a Seagull, so that is not good right off the bat. 4G really need to start collecting frags. Lancey gets one on Harbor, and there we go. Blaze gets one on Squitter. This is their time to recap the point and get the frags. Tyler's going to take down one in Enigma, too, but Blaze and Dummy, too strong. Only 1-2 left alive. There go all of the Mixup members, and wow, 4G going very strong, recap the point, come back from a huge minute-and-a-half deficit, and they take the first round in this final third map.
I'm starting to feel it now. I was a little underwhelmed by, it was very high quality TF2, but a little less exciting than you would think between these two teams, so that was a fantastic round of TF2. Remember, we played a 4, not 5 in King of the Hill, so only 3 left for 4G to carve themselves out a place in Sunday's grand finals. Mixup need to come back here. Platinum still loose cannon balling in, and Blaze is going to be the first death on this mid-fight. Seagull's got a clean look at Shade and absolutely removes him from the map, and 4G's looking around like, uh-oh, they're going to try to make something happen. A consolation kill, but Seagull doesn't care. He'll be dead all day as long as he gets his target, and 4G's going to back out here. Shade finally up. A nice, very clean, easy win for mid off the back of Seagull.
And Seagull actually grabbed the second there as he died to Clockwork. He shot a rocket at his feet. Of course, when you do that, you win the game. And Clockwork's going to revisit the respawn. Seagull with a pair of kills there. But the big one, the medic, that's huge. We can see Mixup now do have the 68 Uber advantage. So in come the entirety of 4G team just trying to get Hard Blue to pop. That is going to be a successful pop. Seagull grabbing every kill just about. You can see Shade, the only member of 4G left alive, but that is a designed play. When you don't have the cap on Viaduct, you spawn way quicker than the team that has the cap, so you can see already 4G are up, and they have an Uber advantage.
They screwed the play up, and they forced the pop, but nobody was building with Shade. So Shade actually really doesn't have that much of an advantage. He's got about, 25%. They're going to go out, though. Blaze is going to open up onto Enigma, and 4G has gotten out with scouts and soldiers out the left door, and they're going to regroup here and wait for their Uber. So Harblue wasn't building effectively, so that advantage has gained quite a bit. Harblue wants to leave, but his team wants to stay, and that might cost him. Blaze is getting very aggressive, but no, Harble dipped out of this fight just in the nick of time. But a nice retake by 4G. That play was a little bit goofy, but Mixup didn't take advantage.
Guess who's behind? Oh, it's a Seagull, and he's just going to rocket Banny in spawn area and then jump over to the other one and collect some health packs. So while they try to set up a defense, 4G are looking over their shoulders for the soldier. Over their shoulders for the soldier as he is bombing in now on the hillside. Lansky is going to get the Uber and just stomp on his face. Ubers pop for both teams now. Everybody's shiny on the point, and we have the time in favor of Mixup as they recap at a minute 48. They're going to get it again. Are they going to get it again? Because we have a skirmish, that chaotic middle fights like we've talked about all over, and 4G collecting all these kills. Lansky's going to take down Sky High, and now in come Lansky, in come Dummy. They're on a Seagull, they're on Squitter. Squitter, the last one left alive. He is going to clean up Blaze, and only Shade is left alive.
Shade is still Yeah, he's still in the fight.
They don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what Enigma's doing. Cap the point, dude. Okay, he's gonna cap. Shade does finally make it out. Really bizarre turn of events there. I'm not sure what happened there, Justin.
I don't think Squid knew. Squid did not know Shade was over in that little alley on the mid side there. So he just snuck out of there. He's being very sneaky. And now he's safe.
He was waiting for his team to get spawned. I didn't even consider that. So yeah, that's actually smart. Way smarter than I'll ever consider this game. That's these are the best players in the world, boys. All right, so we're gonna pop it off here. Another fight. 122 and counting. As soon as Banny jumps in the point, it's gonna be over. Banny with a nice kill on the Platinum. That's gonna remove most of red from the map. Harb's still alive. Blaze is back there though. He's jumping in on Harb. Will Blaze get Harb? No! Got him so very low, but Harbaloo stays alive. Grabs full health resupply. And he's going to be okay, but wow, that was very close. 140 and counting. This is shaping up to be a very close round.
Mixup using his pick advantage to try to find the hole in the forward hold from 4G, and they do just that. Banny, Dummy, Blaze all go down. Shade with 100% Uber doesn't want to pop, but he might be forced to do that. He's only got 3 members here. Of course, 4G with the capper on the long spawn, so they need to back it up, wait for their teammates to get into the fight. That's going to allow Mixup to cap the point. Times are just about level, but Mixup recapping it, and they have a little bit more time. They're going to buy at least another 20 seconds off of this. Looks like we are going to be at full strength for both teams. Clockwork did spawn, and that Uber is ready now for both teams. So it's going to be an Uber versus Uber battle. Which team is going to bomb first and unlock the other team's defense? Lansky is already across point, calling for his medic. 92 HP. Someone's got to get to him. Finally, the Uber is popped, but that means Harblue does not have to pop Alex, and a better time for Mixup, and they have a man advantage.
They're all over the place. 4G not on the same page. Timing off. Clockwork ended up eating a rocket to his death. But they're going to try to fight through that anyway. 2 soldier kills, Lansky and Blaze on the board. Cap is trying to go down. Platinum's reloading everything. He's going to see the medic. Dummy is still there. Dummy hits a nice pipe onto Enigma. Needs to try to save his medic's life. Enigma's on the back side. Tyler's trying to fight the front. Enigma does go down to that spawn to Clockwork, and there goes the point. Blaze is going to bomb in on the far right side. He's going to have the dance of death with Tyler. Wow, Tyler just sneaks away. He's going to be just fine. And we're going to reset here 20 seconds. So big chunk run off for Mixup, and now 4G need to run a significant portion of time here.
Enigma puts Shade down to 17 damage and was jumping on his head. Clockwork came in at the last second to kill Enigma and save his medic's life. As a result, they're going to be able to tie the Uber advantage, or are they? Because red pops and Shade needs to back out. He's at 97%. He ducks into house 99%. He's going to get that Uber. He's not connected with anybody. Is he going to get that Uber?
God.
He's looking around. Somebody get to him. Finally, he does. Somebody takes down a pair. Enigma and Squid are dead. There go 2 more. Seagull's going to grab one on Blaze, though. Actually, they trade. Clockwork, though, taking down Harblue. Medic 4G has the Uber. Only Seagull left alive for Mixup.
I don't know, 45 seconds. You have an Uber. Harb's going to spawn right now. He might just go crits and get that in time. I think that's just barely enough time to get that Uber and go. But they're going to have probably one good push left. They're going to take a look at that med gun from Harb as regular. So he's going for it. They're going to have to push, though, without Uber. Very, very hard. 4G looking to take a 2-0 lead in this very important 3rd map. Tyler is going to go down. Harb has to back out. 20 seconds and counting. I don't know if there's enough time. The medic will spawn, or I'm sorry, Tyler and Enigma will spawn in time, but boy, to get out those doors, to get to mid, Shade did pop, Justin, so they have a chance here, but man, it's going to be tough.
The only chance is if they get on the point now and somehow manage to cap and then get that Uber. They are teasing around that point. Platinum gets a kill on the dummy, so that's big, and they're all over that point. Looks like they're going to be able to do it. Lansky with a huge bomb is going to do a whole lot of damage. Blaze is going to follow it up and take down Squid. Harblue, though, he is fine. Everyone alive for the red team, except for Squitter, who went down. Clockwork now with Shade trying to get it done. They have to fight the world. Tyler's going to take down Clockwork. Shade trying to stall it.
Wow.
Not going to work.
What a comeback again. 2 really, really close rounds of Viaduct there. Platinum with a huge crit kill onto Dummy that just opened that door up, and wow. Okay, so we're 1-1 here. First to 4, obviously. Let's go. Justin, we're gonna pop it off here. See if there's some Uber aggression on Seagull. Yeah, he's just gonna jump as far away as he possibly can. Oh, but he's gonna run into the surprise ground shot, sort of a half air shot, and Bandy's gonna finish him off. Seagull has been erased. Tyler is gonna go down. I believe 4G's gonna be able to win this mid. Enigma's gonna take Bandy down. It's gonna even it up actually closer than I thought. 4-on-4. Dummy's still alive, tossing damage. Point might go. Clockwork is gonna say, not today, Enigma, and kill him off. Clockwork's trying to get both scouts. The pistol, no. Dummy, though. Those golden boys, Stinky, so good. And there goes Mixup. They're going to back out such a close mid-fight. Seagull's back in. almost got a big kill. Did force the pop, though, so exactly what he needed to have happen. Seagull's bombs, again, starting to hit more towards 70-80% success rate, Justin. That's bad news for 4G.
Yeah, Seagull
has Uber.
Yep, Harb has it. Seagull almost getting it done there. Wasn't able to force the pop, though, so second best scenario. The red Uber now is popped in over underneath onto the point. Tyler's going to grab it onto Lansky. Frags are equal for both teams, down a player. And that spawn coming in from Mixup first because they don't have the cap as of yet is going to loom large. Right now, 4G backing it up towards their health side. Shade has a 16%, 15% Uber advantage, but they don't have the bodies to get out there and fight. If I were them, I would just buff up and get ready to go.
Yep, I've seen one sniper for just a little bit. This map used to be very famous for sniper sightlines. The sort of renovations to the map have made that less viable, particularly in this top tier. But I'm curious to see if we'll see any of that utility stuff. Lansky gets his Uber and he's going in. Harb wants to stay in because he's at 96, putting himself at risk. No, will get that Uber just in the nick of time. Behind the play, no, cap will not go. Harb takes his scout right up there. Dummy is staying alive, starting to play a lot better. 3v3 situation, and make it 3v2 because Blaze just took out Harbaloo, and it looks like 4G is going to be able to scramble. Enigma looks at the fully buffed demo, and he's got to be thinking, oh boy, what do we do here? Point does go to blue. The times are going to pass at 2:16, and I just have a feeling, Justin, this is the map that we're going to remember here. This is going to be the big one.
Yeah, and already it's very memorable. We see a Seagull now on the right side trying to get some position. 4G do have that Uber advantage, and they are in control of the point. The bombs are coming in from Mixup, trying to get something going, and the kills are falling for them. Sky High taking down one, Mixup with another. Finally, Lansky taking down Enigma, and I got my eye on the point with Squitter. Squitter right now trying to follow up the damage that TLR and his Seagull did. Seagull, of course, taking down Shade in that exchange. A big play. Now Mixup retaining control of the point, and they are going to be able to force the time to level out again.
Keep waiting for a crit switch at some point, too. We haven't seen that yet. That is very viable on this map. We have not seen it. Harb at 75%. He's tucked away safely. He's actually going to drop down, play a little bit more aggressively, not up safe on his cliff area. And we're going to have a little in-between Uber fight, but 4G need to be very careful because Harb is at Uber right now. 4G's going to sell out on the point, but there it goes. They're going to pop it off. Shade is going to try to get out. Platinum, though. Got him. Did not let Shade out of that point. Kills him off, and there is a full life. The devastating misstep by 4G. But wow, look at this on the backside, Justin. As soon as I say it, Lansky and Banny are able to turn this around, and they're actually going to push Harb and company out. I thought after Platt collected the medic, I thought after Shade went down that was over, but I spoke too soon.
Heads up play from Platinum, making sure Shade didn't escape, but a really heads up play from 4G. Going onto the Mixup members when they were turning, trying to kill the medic, which they did, but then they got cleaned up by the 4G members, who were able to steal the point right from underneath Mixup. Now they are on the offensive. We have frags being traded. Lansky goes down, Tyler goes down, Blaze grabs one onto Sky High, still in control of the point are the 4G members. Mixup losing 3 in the process. They are going to spawn up relatively quickly, and the Uber, Alex, is up for Harblue. Let's take a look, see what he does. He is actually going to be able to force the pop on that right side, and now Platinum is bombing in once again, trying to get as much damage as he can onto the 4G members. They're capping the point. It's a ×6. 4G just letting it happen because they are about to have Uber 8% away from this Uber. They are in mass on the right side, and this is what you want to see. In comes the Seagull to force the pop. He does that. Down he goes. That's what needs to happen. Banny and Lansky on the hunt, watching Clockwork moving in on that left side. Sees the combo in front of him. When you have a play coming from the blue combo, Clockwork going in, eats a rocket, fighting that soldier. He's going to be shotty down, but in comes Lansky onto Harvey, pops him up in the air. Can he hit another shot? No, because he dies. And Mixup, Alex.
But Blaze! Blaze walks in at the very, very tail end of that fight. It drops Harbaloo. Looking at the time, 4G at 40 seconds. It's going to be counting off down to about 39 right as this gets capped indeed. And now a minute and 6, but no Harb. Blaze with possibly the biggest kill of this map so far onto Harbaloo. Mixup's going to do their best to hold ground. Shade not having that big of an advantage. I think Harbaloo may have gotten some of that extra spawn time because he's actually building his little heart out, and he's actually crossed over Shade's advantage. advantage, so not quite as big of a kill, but time is very, very, very close as Mixup's time is going to go around that 39 seconds. Banny is going to go down this very, very crucial fight here. Tyler is going to go down along with Squid, but so much damage being done. No soldiers for Blue in this fight, and Seagull's going to take advantage of that. Shade very low, he's going to go up, but Seagull on the backside! Seagull! Are you kidding? The triple kill! See you later! Clockwork is going to try to make the plays now. He's going to bomb straight in with his scout buddy Banny and try to push Mixup off the point. Harb has Uber, but he does not want to force here, Justin. He wants to use that Uber to win. Looking at the time, capped back for 4G. They're going to pass at 23 seconds here. This is going to come right down to it.
This is definitely going to come right down to it. No time for 4G to build Uber. They just need to get in and hope they get the frags when their red Uber is eventually popped. Hope to get those off Uber frags. But there it is. There's the Uber, so they got it out. Now they need the skirmish. They're doing just that, keeping an eye on the clock. We are under 10 seconds. 6, 5. Soon the lady's going to start counting down. There she is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Times 3 on the point. 4G stacking it. This is what they need to do. We are 1 second left on the clock for Mixup, and the clock now under 20 seconds is counting down for 4G. Dummy gets a kill onto Hardblue, and that's going to be big as they try to hold here. 4G do have the medic up, and he is at 65% in this fight. He is going to be able to get this Uber if Mixup are able to get out to the point and stall it a little bit. Alex, in come the Mixup members. They need to try to do something.
Seagull got in, did as much as he could. Can he open it up enough for his team? They are going to force overtime. An absolute crazy finish here, but there's 4G. All they have to do is shoot that wooden pen in the middle. They know that Mixup had to be somewhere in there. Shoot ground, win game, and they're going to do that. Win the round at least 2-1. What an epic round of fight up there. Holy moly.
That, like you said, was a round to remember as we are slowly, or very quickly I should say, creating a map and a match to remember. I'm going to take a look at a Seagull on this middle because the Seagull is the person to watch, and look at these jumps. Just faking out the enemy team, drawing all these eyes. Meanwhile, on the blue side, we have the blue bombs coming in. Clockwork's going to take down 2, Platinum and Enigma. Banny getting an assist on an Enigma there. The blue team are pushing in aggressively. Mixup down to 3. A Seagull now in danger. He is going to jump, try to get something going on middle, but Banny is going to shoot him out of the sky again. Banny playing duck hunt. Banny still on the hunt. Sees TLR. He's going to challenge him on rock side, joined by Tim Dummy Olsen. Dummy is going to put that staking into Tyler's mouth, detonate it, and TLR is going to visit the respawn.
Yeah, he's going to have to go to the orthodontist after that. Wow, so another nice scrambling fight for 4G. These mids have been crazy. Kind of missed those the first 2 maps, but Viaduct will... That'll supply your full dose of crazy mid fights, and Mixup doesn't want to give this up. They're going to go right back in. Both medics have Uber. There they go. Shiny men playing the dance of death here, and it looks like Mixup's not getting a whole lot of forward momentum here. Enigma's very low. He's going to watch his medic and pray for crit heals, but no. Platinum is going to go down to Clockwork, who got in deep up top right, and Harblue's in a lot of trouble. This could be a wipe. 4G all over it. Harblue's still alive somehow. He's actually going to duck away, but no, there's a Banny. Banny is that last. Got him. Wow, and a very, very late kill too. Harblu is going to be on spawn for another 4 or 5 seconds after his team is up, which is valuable time. Full minute advantage and counting for 4G. They look to go into half up 3-1.
So here is this forward hold from 4G, and now they have the time to set it up completely the way they want. They are stuffing in Mixup on the left side. Lansky gets a kill onto Tyler. Seagull actually doing a good job of sneaking in through middle, though. He's going to put a whole lot of hurt onto Shade and kill Shade. How did that happen?
Wow.
Everybody on 4G were trying to stuff Mixup, and Seagull's just going to fly out of there, gliding like an angel. Gliding like an angel, taking down Shade.
Wow, he's everywhere. Yeah, that's really, really bad for 4G, obviously. It's going to be much harder to hold up close. They need to conserve as much help as they can to try to hold this area. They're just going to sell out, try to get hard. Oh, what a play! That is a beautiful stereo jumps. They do drop hard. They did about as much as they possibly could. 62 out for Seagull, 34 for Tyler, 4 very low. Banny could get all 4 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Banny! Are you kidding? He got all 4! Unbelievable, Justin! Wow!
I was going to say it if you weren't going to say it, but Banny came in on the flank. Nobody had the eyes to see him, and they were all hurt. It was a scout's dream. His eyes lit up wider than the biggest, I don't know, his eyes just went glue there, and he got all those frags. That was an awesome play from Banny. We can see 4G maintain control of the point for the majority of that battle, too, so they are underneath a minute. Meanwhile, Mixup are just capping the point, and already they have it stolen away from them. They are trying to get something going. We can see Tyler is in on the house, trying to fight Banny. Tyler now down to 20 HP. Banny with 61. They're going to reset Clockwork. Takes out a Seagull. Lansky's going to shoot a rocket into Tyler. In comes flying a Lansky. he dies to Spam and a Tyler
himself. Yeah, it was too low to do another. He doesn't have those shiny shoes that roamers get to play with. So rockets actually hurt him when he shoots out of his own rocket launch. Looking at the time, 25 seconds for 4G. Holy moly! Mix-Up though have position to run off time, and we saw them do 2 minutes plus earlier, and they have to do it now, Justin. It's absolutely imperative, or they're going to go into halftime down 3-1. And with the randomness of Viaduct, it's very hard to win 3 straight. Lansky is all the way in. I actually think he is running gunboats now. He's going to try to find Harbaloo. He's got him very low. In the meantime, his team is going to jump around. Harb with some very tricky movement got out, ended up popping his Uber actually through all that. They're very low again. Where's Banny? He's going to get the 5K. No.
No, he's doing it right this time with the build with Shade in the spawn. Everybody died except for Banny and Medic. So now 65-66 Uber advantage. This could be it. 25 seconds left on the clock. 4G just need to cap it here and then hold it. They have the Uber to do just that. Let's take a look, see where they decide to go. Who is going to make them pop? They're just going to pop on their own. Seagull is in the backfield, so they have to pay attention. Lansky hits a nice air shot onto Platinum. Lansky still moving forward. Sees Platinum. Take it over, switch it over to Clockwork. Clockwork pushing out the TLR and Enigma. Harblue coming in. Clockwork's taking down a Seagull. Lansky onto 1. Enigma's going to come in and take out Lansky, though, so a skirmish on the point. Still 3 members left alive. 4 Mix-Up, 4 for 4G. They are fighting it. Still in the fight is Enigma. Finally gets cleaned up by Blaze. And that was a crazy turn of events.
Yeah, Seagull got his big bomb in, popped Shade up into the skybox, couldn't finish the kill. Clockwork is going to possibly end this round with the kill onto Shade. Seagull, though, the 2 hard carries are doing their jobs because Shade is now down. 0 seconds left, but the cap is going to go very clutch. Clockwork still in. Wow, just flick meat shot onto Squid. And I may have spoken too soon because Banny and Clockwork are just dancing around this point, looking to drop some serious damage. Clockwork's going to go in onto Tyler. Tyler, though, yes, he's going to be able to shotty him down. Some nice soldier ground game channeling Tyrone right there. And Mix-Up needs to hold. They cannot lose this point, and that is so hard. You cannot back up.
The soldiers for both teams playing out of their minds right now. Air shots galore happening on Viaduct middle here. As we do see 4G, yeah, they need to come in. All they have to do is step on the point. Uber advantage in favor of Mix-Up. Squid is going to get the first frag onto it. A very important class. The Demo Man for blue team does go down. We have a Seagull right above Lansky. Now he sees, got a beat on Shade. He's just playing it safe. He's going to be a nuisance. Lansky's going to take down Harblue though, but we have Seagull in the backfield playing cat and mouse.
Good point.
Yeah,
Seagull's going to come back and just save the point. Now Squid has to kill Clockwork. No, it was actually close. Dummy was spawned because of those super fast spawns. Not enough though. Clockwork clutches it at the end, and there it is. First half 3-1 in favor of Froyotech. Holy moly!
Not what you would have expected. I think that a lot of people watching this probably assume that this was going to be a mix-up match. We've seen them completely roll a Banny team, multiple Banny teams in the past on this map, come out strong, win a lot of head-to-heads on this map versus Banny teams, but not to be the case right now. Banny and his company team just need one more to enter into the upper bracket, into the grand final, where they will await their opponent tomorrow. But right now, Alex, this is a crazy match, and I don't put it past Mix-Up for one bit that they aren't going to come out in the second half and do something crazy.
Yeah. They need to win 3 straight, obviously. One more for Froyotech, and they're through. We'll see. I don't know. The loser... We're not done tonight. This is not the last TF2 you'll see on the stream tonight. We are doing one more best of 3. It will be Street Hoops, who are waiting in the lower bracket finals for the loser of this match. So this is, of course, not be-all, end-all. If you lose, you're not out. But you will have to play again tonight, which is a big advantage to the team that gets to call it an early night, Justin. And, of course, being up that full best of 3, forcing whoever comes out of the losers bracket to win 2 straight best of 3s, which has only been done once. It was last LAN, but it's very, very hard, obviously.
Yeah, definitely not the easiest thing to do, as we do see teams. They are going to reset here. They're going to be ready. We're going to get that green text indicating that we are ready to enter the second half. As we said, 4G now playing on the red side, only need to win 1 more round. Mix-Up need to bring it back and win 3 in a row. See if they can do it. I'm going to go ahead and watch Platinum for this middle. Puts a sticky out, sees Dummy right away. Gets good spam on him. Dummy down to 74. And Platinum in good position to put a lot of spam onto 4G. They're taking a lot of spam. And that, no bomb as of yet. I expect Seagull or somebody to bomb in, but this is a very sustained middle. No deaths, one of those that we've seen on the other maps. Finally, Clockwork is able to come in and take down Enigma. Now in come the forces for the red team. Blaze is going to pile up Clockwork onto TLR, and down he goes. We have a whole lot of 4G guys putting a whole lot of hurt onto Mix-Up. They are going to maintain control of the point, and not a single 4G Froyotech member died, Alex.
Nope. Very impressive for Viaduct, considering aggression was let out for 4G, that they still stayed alive. Both medics do have Uber. Harb has made an appearance on this mid, trying to buff his team up. First casualty of fight number 2 is going to be Squid. He's dead. Early pop from Harb, trying to pull his team into this fight. He's going to do a nice flash on a Platinum to save him from these 2 scouts that are just everywhere. Banny and Clockwork just killing everything. Seagull's going to bomb in. He's going to find Shade, able to drop him down. Will it be enough? His team is getting wiped out. Harb, the needles are going. You never want to hear that. But Enigma's a hero. He and Squid are going to save his medic's life somehow, and they're going to corner Dummy and Clockwork. Clockwork's going to drop down. Dummy was able to kill Squid and Clockwork. Wow. Very clutch between the two longtime friends and teammates. Clockwork and Dummy turn that fight for the 3rd swerve there, Justin. And look at the clock. A full minute for 4G. They are just running time.
Clockwork with low health though, but he's forced out of the fight, but he was putting in a whole lot of chaotic hurt onto Mixup. They are going to be able to get onto this point and finally get some time there. You see Lansky jump up to the cliffside. He's just being a nuisance. Clockwork again on the point. Now he's got his buff joined by Banny. Banny gets one but dies. Enigma's going to kill him. Back on the point is 4G Lansky. Lansky now being assaulted by the scouts from Mixup, and we see Dummy too trying to get out of there. Shade, he needs to hightail as well. They're going to visit the respawn. They lost the cap. That means they have the quick respawns. So I think we're going to enter into, let's go bomb the heck out of the other guy and build our Uber mode.
Yeah, Shade is sitting at close enough where I don't think they'd call the full sacrifice. Oftentimes, we've seen it already. Teams just throw basically their entire team at the opposing medic to get them to pop. That way, when they quickly spawn, they'll just be ready to push right in. We're not going to see that here. Shade's going to elect to push in with his team. Actually, no, Shade is actually going to be back at last, so they're going to go in, force the pop, actually get quite a bit done. Blaze got a nice kill, too, so... yeah, Platinum is going to help clean up. But that's what they wanted to do. They're on to 4, so I thought I saw Shade committing. Close, Justin. Only 22%, so he's actually going to have to still build once his team respawns.
You know what, though? It's okay, because with the huge advantage that they had, they were able to send Clockwork, and Clockwork able to get a kill, and maybe able to assist in the damage, and make sure that that medic for Mixup did pop the Uber. We do see now Red have their Uber, and they're bringing it up on the left side. Seagull is going to bomb in and force it quickly. Dummy is going to clean him. Platinum takes down Lansky, so either team have lost the player, and we have 4G messing up on that point, trying to cap it. This is going to be a leapfrog for Mixup, who have 46% over the red Uber, which was just popped, but 4G are going to manage to recap the time, pass Mixup's time once again, and probably tick it down to about 1:15 here as they await the Mixup push.
Some nice early spam from Tyler and Seagull, doing some chip damage on the scouts. Seagull, though, himself is going to get chipped down pretty low. He's going to have to jump back. Harp is going to get his Uber and immediately pop it, so they're going to go right in, not going to risk the drop. Tyler's going to get in. Banny is dead. Looking behind, no red members are behind, so the fight is completely in front of Mixup. Platinum is getting very aggressive, but Clockwork does not back down to anybody or any class. He's going to take the fight right to Mr. Platinum. Tyler is going to go down. Blue did cap. So we are counting down. Times very even. 122 for Mixup, 113 for Red, and I believe 4G is going to be able to recap this. No pocket on the field for Mixup, though. They don't want to give it up, Justin. They're going to hang in there. Some nice spam damage again. Really focusing on Banny and Clockwork. They do not want those scouts having free reign. Here comes Seagull. He's going to bomb in, and nice. By proxy, bombing Lansky is going to force the pop. Now, Will Harbor will get away. Yeah, he's absolutely fine. And they're going to get back to last. So some leapfrogging here as the times are so close at about 1:03.
It's exactly why Mixup didn't want to back out there. They wanted to keep their forward position enough so that Seagull would have room to bomb in. He was able to do just that, and the Uber was popped. It wasn't actually the target that he wanted to bomb, but the result was the same. Now we have the leapfrog. The blue Uber is popped very early, so this is a good scenario for 4G. They just need to scatter and kite this Uber. It is about to run out because everybody was chained to get that crit buff. Now they have to deal with those crit buff members. Enigma's going to take down Lansky, and in the backfield we have TLR fighting Clockwork. Is Clockwork going to win? He's joined by Banny. Clockwork drops TLR. Blaze drops Enigma. In come 4G. Hardblue leading the charge. We see he was trying to connect with Squidder. He's down to 2 HP. Banny's going to clean him up. Now we have Banny in the rock over there dancing around. He's going to take out... No, he's not going to take out Platinum because Dummy is going to do that for him. 4G Alex are going to recap. They have 20 seconds above Mixup. And this round is looking pretty good for them.
Some serious patience by Blaze at the end of that fight. I thought he was going to all in on Harblu. Harb ended up making it out, which is very big. Just 22 seconds left. Harb does not have to wait much longer to get his Uber. And Mixup don't like to do that suicide everybody play. They're going to go in, but Harb is about to run into an Uber. And what is his Uber at right now? 95 is nothing! He's done! Oh, big misstep from Harb and Mixup, and Blaze and company are going to be able to just swarm and murder the rest of them. Platinum's going to take to the sky, barely avoid the Lansky air shot he's dead, and that is going to be it, Justin. That is going to be your GG upper bracket finals done. Froyotech are to finals on Sunday tomorrow, and Mixup need to play again to secure their spot tomorrow. So, wow, Froyotech beat Mixup in the upper bracket finals.
And as Mixup get ready to go play in the lower bracket finals, they have to be running through their head the same scenario that happened last season, where they dropped the upper bracket to the Banny team and then had to come back and win 2 sets of best of 3 on Sunday to win the championship. They did it once. They did it last season with this exact same roster, with the exact same class loadout. Can they do it again? We're going to have to see. The first step is coming up next when they play Street Hoops.
Yeah, Street Hoops, let's not count them out. I mean, it would be probably the biggest upset in our LAN's history. Multiple LANs obviously considered, but they've played really well against Exertus, who were the 2nd seed. Roster changes, blah, 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 but still, I'm very much so looking forward to this next best of 3. Mixup can't be happy, and all this TF2 being played, and to know they have to play another best of 3. So, yeah, Street Hoops, well rested. We're watching everything. They played so well, Justin. I don't know if it's going to be as easy as I think a lot of people would expect.
Nope. And Street Hoops, they really impressed me. And I'm sure they've opened up a lot of eyes at this LAN. I'm sure Mixup has been paying attention. Maybe they didn't think they'd have to play them in the end, maybe expecting to play XTS or expecting to play nobody and await the grand final. But we're going to see, Alex. That's coming up next. I believe we're going to take a quick sponsor break, and then we'll be back.
Well, we will. I want to, because Truck, our cameraman, has put stats on, and there's actually, you know, usually we kind of make it like, oh, really interesting to note this, but look at the stats. Holy moly, every member of Froyotech over 300 damage per minute, and the lowest damage was Banny at 313, 333, 375, 341, 368.9. Sorry, boys. I know you wanted that 369 someday. Wow. Talk about team dismantling and just crazy amounts of damage output. I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's insane. To have one scout over 300 damage is impressive. To have both is impressive. To have every one of your damaging classes be over 300 damage done a minute, you wonder how Mixup was even able to get out there and not be dead, just always. But so it was.
And I do have word from Truck that we are going to take a 25 or so minute break. Not sure what time that puts us in at something like, what about 9:30 or so? Yeah, something like that. Maybe a little like 9:20 if I can do math. So that's when we'll be back. Feel free to tweet at us, keep us entertained during the pause. Hashtag ESEA LAN. We will, of course, be back with that last best of 3 of the night. The winner will join Froyotech in the grand finals. It'll be Mixup versus Street Hoops. Very important and match I'm very much so looking forward to. So we will see you guys and gals back here in about half an hour.